Good evening, meteorologist Rob Garino here. Look at the overnight forecast for livewiththeblogs.com, and we're taking a look at what's happening right now. And we've had a couple of clippers work their way through, and a little bit of light snow. Another system here, not going to do a whole lot in the next 24 hours, slide its way harmlessly through the East Coast. Now we're watching a little wave of energy off California. We've got some storminess down in Texas. This is going to be the track for the next storm system. Dips down right into the southern plains, works its way through the Tennessee Valley, and then up and out like that. That's the current. Yes, Robbie, I can be quieter. I'm sorry. That was my son, Robbie. He told me to be quiet. So anyway, we will take a look at the radar as it works its way through here into the next, say, 24 to 72 hours. Let's take a look at our first map here. We're going to start with the Eta. And as we take a look ahead here, and this is what we want to look at going into, this would be Monday night into Tuesday morning. This is around 10 p.m. Monday night. Atmosphere starting to get moist. You got your rain snow line 0 there. There's your 32. So we start off with some snow, and then what'll happen is as we work our way through that, the best chance right now is right in this area, although the NAM is just taking this thing and not really doing much on the front end, just drying it out and not letting any snow get in. By the time the moisture really gets going, you can see it here, it's basically showing the 66 hour. This would be Tuesday afternoon, 8:50 way up north, and then what will happen is the second wave of energy comes in, and it's the wave of rain. So the NAM is mostly rain, not very much mix, and you can see way up north here that we're dealing with warmer temperatures and even some pockets of thunderstorms a possibility as we go into Wednesday afternoon. So that's the NAM. We go take a look at the grid numbers on that, and we pull it up, and this is for Philadelphia, and you can see the 540 line is right here, and then anything above over here, the last four with precip would be mixed or rain. So we don't have a whole lot in the front end here in the way of snow, and we drive down even further to this 850 temps. Really going above freezing, so not much at all, if any, in the way of snow. Quickly going over to a little mix and then rain for the bulk of this storm. You can see the bulk of it coming in right here. We're just not in range yet. We'll move along and take a look at what's going on with the GFS. And what the GFS is basically doing is at 48 hours, we're starting to build that wedge of cold air right in here. This is the cold air dam we talked about, right in that spot. There's the 540 line, and then when we go down south here, you can see the snow's trying to break out. This is very light precip, and then our 850. That's that little shot of cold air coming in. This is again in about 54 hours, and then what we do is we start to bring up some moisture. This is at about 60 hours. This would be Tuesday morning. And you can see Tuesday morning we've got the snow coming in. There's the 850. That would be snow on the GFS right in here. And then as we go into 72 hours, it starts to push north. This would be on Tuesday night. So we're going into Tuesday night. And you can see that the precip now has basically changed over to rain for the most part as the 850 and snow line move up to the north. So the GFS is just basically playing a little bit of snow in the front, and then it starts to warm up, and then there it goes. And moves on out of here, and we've got a rain situation. What that looks like on the numerical side is simply this. When you scroll up here on this map, what you're finding is, we'll get you set up. There you go. Total precip, we look at 01, temperature 22, 534 thickness, -5. This is snow, this is snow, this is snow, this is snow, this is snow. And then it goes to a potential mix right in here. So if you add that up, 9 of 4 is 13, and 3 is 15. That's 1 to 3 inches of snow, a very, well, say 12Z to 0Z. So this would be a 12-hour period, 1 to 3 inches. So this would say Tuesday we get snow during the day on the GFS. Then it goes over to a mixture. You get 30. 06. This is a light sleet or snow mixture, and then what eventually happens is the temperatures start to go up by Wednesday afternoon. That light mix goes over to, this would be rain. Thickness is very high in temperatures, and there's your rain on the GFS, and then on the back end it's still rain. So the GFS says snow 1 to 3, light mixture over to rain, and that's how it ends. We take a look at what's going on in the European side, and the Euro again. It's pretty much the same situation as setting up on the other models, the GFS and the NAM. There's your wedge of cold air. This would be 12Z on Tuesday morning, and there you're cold enough. And then we'll move it along like that. And then you see how quickly it moves in. This would be by Wednesday morning. We're looking at rain across the area. And then by Wednesday it's on out of here. And then we watch the next system potentially on Saturday. Now I'll go over to the Canadian side, and the Canadian is actually playing a little colder solution. I think with the snow cover and the way the trending has been this year, we'll side a little closer to the colder side on some of these models. They've been a little bit too warm biased, but you can see at 54 hours, there's that wedge of cold air, kind of like the GFS and the NAM we're building in at, and then there's the snow trying to break out. This is Monday afternoon, actually. And then we get into 60 and 66 hours, which would be Monday night. This will go into Tuesday morning. The snow starts to break out. And then we get into 72 hours. This is rush hour Tuesday morning. This is where I think it gets interesting with the school closings, because if the Canadian verifies you have some snow going on, there's your snow line, basically Wilmington North, and then there's your 850 line. So then you get that little batch of snow coming in right across. And these things sometimes can be a little bigger than the models indicate, and that would be at 72, 78 hours. You're starting to bring that line up north, and same thing here. You're right along the line. You're starting to get ice and sleet and snow, mainly ice and snow. Lehigh Valley, south of Philly, start to get a little bit of rain. This would be Tuesday afternoon, and then 84, there's that low, and everything starts to move north. There's the actual storm system Wednesday afternoon, in the way of just too warm. Anything in the Poconos would be frozen, but down in Philadelphia, rain. So the idea is still on these models is to play that same game of basically snow in the front end. Could be anywhere from 1 to 3, maybe 2 to 4. Then over a mixture over a period of time, and then eventually gets over to rain. So that's what we're going to stick with for now. Again, I don't see really at this point anything more than about 6 inches of snow on the front end. I think it's going to sit between 1 and 6, and if I even had to favor something, I'd say between 2 and 4. And then when we got to the middle part of the storm, a light mixture, particularly in the Lehigh Valley. That light mixture changes over to rain down in Philly, south and east, and then eventually over to rain, and then a little mixture still could hold. The Lehigh Valley is probably going to have the toughest trouble with this storm, depending on some of those valley locations and exactly how cold this high is right up here, and how much cold air continues to hold on into the region. I'm meteorologist Rob Garino. Have a good night and a good Sunday. We'll talk to you once again Sunday night.